Hello, thank you for joining us for another edition of the Commissioner's Report. I'm your host, Tricia Pichette, and joining me today is Commissioner Rick Wilson. Thank you for joining us.
It's good, great to be here again.
Now, you're one of our newest commissioners. How long have you been at this now?
About 7 months. It's been, seems like a long time, but it's been 7 months. So I got in in October, and a little bit earlier, but the governor appointed me. But it's been real interesting.
Excellent. Now, when issues come in, do you only deal with the issues that are specific to your district? How does that work?
No, we kind of spread it around because, you know, I've lived in Polk County all my life, and my family's been here for generations, so I know a lot of people around Polk County. And, you know, if somebody I know needs something done, just say if they live in Lakeland, which that's George Lindsay's area, and they call me, and I'm not going to call George, you know, just to say, you know, you need to take care of this. I'll send it down the pike and see what I can do. But we all kind of work together. That's what's really great about this commission. We all work together. We got a job to do. We got one job to do, and that's take care of this county.
Nice. Now, there's a lot of work to do in the county. So do all of the commissioners tackle all of the work, or do you sort of farm it out or divide it in a way that might, you know, if you know more about agriculture and it's about agriculture, can you take that on, or does the group look at it in its entirety?
Or we'll, you know, pass it in the hall. We'll ask questions. You know, what do you think about this, or whatever. But you know, if it's expertise on something, yeah, I mean, they'll like agriculture. That's one of my strong suits, and yeah, it will come to me. But we just try to work all together. I mean, when we're in public meetings, we'll talk about it. You know, and so like I said, we're just trying to get the job done, and it's not, you know, okay, this is not mine, I'm not doing it. That's not how we work here. We try to get it done efficiently and quick. Nice.
Now, you recently visited Tallahassee in the state legislature. How was that?
Oh, that was pretty unbelievable. You know, when I went up there, when I turned off I-10, it hit me. I'd never been to Tallahassee in my life. Huh. Never been, you know, to the Capitol, and just never made it there. But you know, we have legislative deals that we look at every year that the county needs to try to get done through Tallahassee, which, you know, through our legislative people, and there was a couple there that I wanted to take on, and so I took them on, so I had to go up there, and you know, through a lot of great people that work for the county and our lobbyists, you know, we were trying to get certain things done, and you know, when I walked in there, it was, you know, it was unbelievable, because it's kind of like up there at the Capitol. It's like the first day I was in there, I said, this is chaos, because you got so many, they're cramped for time up there so much. You get a meeting set up with somebody, it might be 2 minutes. Because
wow.
There's so many people going up there wanting to talk to your representatives or your senators, and but after you're there a little bit, you see it's a controlled chaos. It's short, sweet, you get it done, and if you're persistent at it, I was very fortunate. Everything that I went up there for, I got accomplished, and that made me feel good. But it took a lot of people to get there.
So is it? Our commission works really well, and that's fantastic. Some counties can't say that.
You're exactly right.
But is it important to have good relationships with the state level as well?
Yes, and there's, you know, that's a fine line to walk. You know, they implement things on us every session. You know, everybody's heard of home rule. Yeah. You know, and I'm a firm believer of that. But up there, they're in a whole different world. So there's some friction there. You know, they'll want to do something, and you know, I'll get loud about, not loud, but I say, no, that's not what I want, and that's not what we want in Polk County. And we try to find a happy medium. But to answer your question, yeah, we got to work together, because they're up there with the money. They're up there with the power to do the things that we need to get done. So you have to go in there, and you know, you got to know where you're at. Yeah. If you go in there, you know, we're county commission, they're state, you know, and so, you know, you got to rub a few backs, and you know, so we have controversy sometimes, but and most of us on our level and on their level, today we might have a little controversy, but for me, tomorrow that's over with, because I've got another job to do, or try to get this job farther down. You know, some people look at that a different way sometimes.
And the thing is, what's good for Miami
Yeah.
might not be good for Winter Haven.
Correct.
And the impetus behind it, the reason behind it might be good intention,
Right.
but it just needs someone to go up there and say, yeah, that's not going to work in Polk
Yeah,
County.
you know, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people in this county, in this state, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, and the people of this state and county need a lot of things, and we do a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it costs money. And so that's what we're after. You know, we're trying to get funding for something or trying to get something worked out for something that we need. And they're in the same boat because, you know, they have the feds on them, and so it's a never-ending process. But at the end of the day, it's basically about money and trying to get it appropriated to go here and there. They got it. They're going to give it out. But there's a lot of me's up there competing for that money. So you got to go up there. You just don't, well, maybe they'll send it to me, so you got to be in their face, and that's what I found out.
Okay. Let's see. What have you found so far? What's been inspiring to you, being a commissioner? Or what's something that you didn't expect?
Well, you know, what's really good is being able to help people. You know, we get a tremendous amount of calls. That's what we're here for, and I have a great staff. I mean, just start with Kay. You know, Kay and Chris on the board there, and then you have all these people throughout the county, all our managers and everything. Well, I can't do it all. But people get a hold of me, and I sit down and talk with Kay about it. Who do we need to talk to? But what's really good about it is, it gets done. You know, it goes to the right place. And what's really good is when I see somebody, a lot of these people I don't really talk to. I might not talk to them. I might not be here when they call. Kay takes the call, she initiates it, or I might talk to them. But when I see them, they'll say, I can't believe how fast that happened, or thank you very much for getting this done. That makes you feel good. And you know, when you see results of what, just not me, but the whole commission that we get done, it makes you feel good. Now, I'll say on the other side, sometimes people don't like what we do. I mean, you make a vote on something, you just got to think about it. Half of them are happy, half of them are not. So, but at the end of the day, I look at it, at the end of the day, if I go home and I can lay my head down on my pillow and go to sleep without my gut churning, I did all I could do.
Yeah, nice. Are there any things that you would like to accomplish during your
No,
term as
when I came
commissioner?
into this job, when I was campaigning, I wasn't. Of course, you want to improve, and I didn't have this or that I was going to. I just wanted to make Polk County a better place. I wanted to make it safer. I wanted to make it a place where we had just better roads, better everything.
Well, if you're going to have an agenda, that's a great agenda to have.
Oh yeah, I mean safety. I mean, of course, I got to say, safety is my #1 deal. And we're going, tough times are right now in the United States, as we see every day on television. And we have a great sheriff. I mean, he's on top of it. And but that and our fire department, and just making everybody safe, because I always said when I was campaigning, and I say it now, if we're not safe, all this other stuff, infrastructure, all this other stuff does not matter. Does not matter one bit. So, of course, you want it, but that was already there. We just need to make sure it keeps going in the right direction, and it will. But just to make Polk County, try to make it better. Growth is a big deal now. So, I mean, driving here and back home, anybody that's watching this show, look at the traffic. So everybody says, why can't you do this and why can't you do that? It's unbelievable this day and time, the amount of money that it costs, which is not about the money that it costs to build a road, but the thing it is planning for it. Planning. I mean, you're talking just building a new road 8-10 years from the point it starts. Somebody thinks about it, or we have a survey or something that tells us this is going to happen till you're driving on it. You're talking lots and lots of years. So I mean, and we will never get ahead of that curve with the people that are coming into this state every day and then moving in this county and all over this great state. We'll never be able to stay ahead of it because we're not. Nothing against them. We're not Oklahoma or someplace like that where few people move there. I'm thinking 1,000 people a day that are moving here. That's hard to stay up on. But we do our best, and sometimes it's good, but sometimes it gets a little rough because we're trying to get there, but we're not there yet.
And let's ask you this. You've had a little bit of a taste of it now. Do you have any other political aspirations? Are you thinking about doing this again?
I've only been here 6 or 7 months. You know, I don't.
So we haven't put you off yet.
No, I just want to. I have none. You know, when I'm not. I can't say this anymore. When I originally got to looking at this, I said, you know, I'm not a politician. Well, I am. There's no doubt about it, because I ran, I got elected, so I'm a politician. but that's not my goal. I mean, I like helping people. I like doing the right thing for people. And but have anything of wanting to go to Tallahassee or any place like that? No, not yet. That bug hadn't bit me.
Nice. Well, this feels less like a show and more like a chat. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for having me. It's always great to be here.
Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us for another Commissioner's Report.